What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm the King Comedy, and today we're going to be reviewing Transformers Rise of the Beast. It's the newest Transformers film directed by Steven Caple Jr. As y'all know, Michael Bay has directed a lot of the Transformers movies. He has directed Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He didn't direct Bumblebee, that was Travis Knight, but once again, he produced it. And yet again, we have another Transformers movie where he's not the director, but he's producing it. This director is called Steven Caple Jr. For those of you who do not know who this guy is, he's the one that directed Creed 2. So I really wanted to see what this guy was going to do with Transformers. And I have to say, I'm very impressed. This movie was really good. I really liked it. It was funny, it was fun, and it really reminded us what all the previous Transformers movies was supposed to be. Basically, Unicron has been released, and there's this key that he needs in order to eat planets. And he sends this servant named Scrooge to go get it. This key is found somewhere on Earth, and we come along this guy named Noah Diaz. And we come along this girl named Alina. And Noah has this little brother who is clearly dealing with some kind of like sickness or was like some problem with his arm. He's really down on his luck. You feel for the man. You really do feel for the guy, and you really cherish this relationship that he has with his little brother. Basically, this guy named Noah Diaz is basically has a little brother who's dealing with a sickness, and he going run along the way. He meets Raj, who's very upbeat, excited, played by Pete Davidson. And very along the lines, again, they find out about this key, and they have to put it together in order to bring the Transformers back to their planet. But of course, there's trials and tribulations along the lines. Now, I want to first get in and say that if you're a Transformers fan and you really just once again want to see a good Transformers film because you know that the previous movies like Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, and The Last Knight really kind of disappointed you, and you just want to see something that really just brings you happy to love Transformers again, this movie will do it for you, okay? Again, I had a really good time with this movie, and I'm not even gonna put like personal opinions in there. I'm gonna go factual. This movie really would make all Transformers fans happy. If you're a diehard Transformers fan, this movie will do it in for you, okay? And for the first time, in fact, in all the Transformers movie, a Transformers movie actually focused on the Transformers. I'm being dead serious. We only really have two human characters. In fact, actually, yeah, we only really have two human characters. Now, granted, we Noah has a mother, he has a brother and stuff, but there's only really two main human characters in this movie. In the previous Transformers movies, especially like the later ones, like 3, 4, and 5, you had all these human characters and just so many subplots. It really took so much time away from the Transformers. In this movie, it's fair to say that there's probably enough screen time for the Transformers just as much as the human characters, which is only two human characters. And let me just tell you, they don't take any time. They don't take any time to introduce our characters. You know exactly what you're getting with one character. You know what you're getting with the other one. Okay. Noah has his brother who's clearly dealing with some kind of illness or dealing with some kind of problem with his body. He's down on his luck. He has to hustle on the street. You feel for the man. And Alina, she's clearly this more smart person. She works in some kind of museum lab, and she's the one that discovers this sculpture that has this key that Unicron and the Terracons, I should say, excuse my stuttering, Terracons are looking for. You already know exactly what each character is going to be, how they act. You know everything. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take like 50 minutes to finally see Optimus or see some Transformers action. It does not take that long to get right to the nitty gritty. And this is why movies like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was really good. It got right to the point, and it focused on exactly what you want to see. Optimus Prime and the Autobots and Maximals, they're all shown, and they have a good amount of screen time. In fact, so much screen time. This is probably the most screen time I've ever seen Transformers get in all the Transformers movies, okay? This movie really shows you that they're going to focus on the Transformers, and that's exactly what they did, okay, y'all? Almost every scene, as soon as you get introduced to the Transformers, it's straight up Transformers in every single scene. And that's really all you want, at least if you're someone like me, when you go into a Transformers movie. You just want to see what you came for. And that's exactly what it did. And it showed a new type of era and dialogue between the Transformers. It had a much more, each personality type of style, if you get what I'm saying, okay? We actually come to see that Optimus actually doesn't trust humans. Y'all know in the previous movies, he was always so quick to defend humans. But since this is a prequel, this is a prequel to Transformers back in 2007, he actually doesn't trust humans. Him and Noah have this little, hey, I can't trust you. And Noah's like, hey, I can't trust you. You're a big, fat alien robot. How am I supposed to trust you? Okay? And RC's more like this, hey, let's be outgoing. Let's be outbeat. Mirage, who, by the way, was the best Transformers in the movie, voiced by Pete Davidson. This man was funny. He was charismatic. He was just straight up everything that you wanted to see in a very young type of robot that really represents how you would act when it comes to just being friendly, just being nice, just being straight outgoing. He was just a straight outgoing guy. And the relationship that him and Noah really bond together, it quickly reminds you of how Shia LaBeouf's character, Sam, and Bumblebee kind of got together. But this one's more quick to it. It's more so like, hey, I'm your homie, you my homie. Fist bump, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? And that's really something different, you know what I'm saying? That's a new way to look at the kind of this whole personality relationship when it comes to the human and it comes to the Transformers, okay? Bumblebee, however, is not really in the movie that much. I'm not going to go into spoilers as why, but because, this is a non-spoiler review, and if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil something like that, what happens. But he's not in the movie that much, but even then again, when he does show up, it's straight up action. The Tarragon, Scrooge, he was a badass. I mean, he straight did his thing. He was probably maybe the best villain Transformer that you probably have ever seen so far. Honestly, in my opinion. One thing that wasn't negative, though, that kind of did hurt, like I said earlier, Noah and his brother had this really special relationship. I mean, they talk to each other on walkies. His brother refers to him as Sonic. He refers to him as Tails. He always takes him to the hospital. Again, he's trying to make sure he's doing his thing. He's trying to make sure his brother's okay. And when Noah has to go on this adventure with the Transformers, he's like, hey, you take care of my brother. You take care of, Mamacita for me. He's going to do that for him. When Noah leaves, him and his brother don't really talk much, you know what I'm saying? Because he's gone away in a foreign country helping the Transformers out on their adventure. And he's not really communicating with his brother as much. And that whole special dialogue relationship between him and his brother is not there for pretty much a good chunk of the movie, for like pretty much the middle. And then right before the end, they meet up with each other, or at least they talk to each other. But that was kind of something that was a little unfortunate, because the relationship that him and his brother had, it was so heartwarming. It really was so heartwarming of this younger brother and this brother, the way they communicate, the way they talk to each other. Again, the fact that they're on walkie-talkies and he's like, go for Sonic. He's like, what's up, Tails? You know what I'm saying? That was really, really charming and heartwarming. Really, really, really nice, okay? That was kind of unfortunate that they didn't really continue that whole relationship together, you know what I'm saying? Because that really was a strong part of the movie. You really did feel for the human characters. Something that was really missed in previous Transformers movie, maybe outside of Bumblebee. You really did not feel for much for the human characters. You didn't really feel for Shia LaBeouf. You might have felt for Mark Wahlberg because he was poor and he was down on his luck. But for most of the human characters, you just did not care. You know, you just wanted them off the screen and you wanted to get the Transformers. This Transform movie, you actually care about the human characters because of how they act. Alina is the black girl. She's very smart. She has all this information. She's very interested in what's going on. She really, really wants to know more about what is going on. She's very excited. She's very appealing to find out this information to help the Transformers out. And you can see that she already has this somewhat carefulness and this kind of love for the Transformers, honestly, when she meets them up. You know what I'm saying? When they're in danger, she quickly tries to help. She quickly tries to care for some of them. Okay, you'll definitely see that when one of them is about to die. You'll see that she has this kind of actually unexpected love for them. You know what I'm saying? And guys, there's so many stuff that I can say, but to keep it all short and sweet, Transformers Rise of the Beast, I honestly believe is the best Transformers movie and all the Transformers. I even think it's better than Bumblebee, you know, because one thing that I said about Bumblebee was it's kind of a copy and paste from E.T., you know, some of the elements that they put in that movie. So I actually will agree and admit that I do think Transformers Rise of the Beast is the best Transformers movie. I think it's even better than Transformers 2007. I really think this is the best Transformers movie we have seen so far. It's fun. It's just straight up Transformers action. It reminds you of what the classic show was. It reminded you that, you know what, there's human characters, but at the end of the day, it's straight up Transformers action, and the story can be told through Transformers, okay? The amount of screen time the Transformers have in this movie, it's second to none. It really is. And honestly, I really think this movie so far is the best summer movie, okay? And I know The Little Mermaid and stuff like that and other movies, but right now, I do believe this is the best summer movie. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. I'm going to give Transformers Rise of the Beast a 9 out of 10. Again, the only negative I give is that the whole element between Noah and his brother, the fact that they went away from that and towards the middle of the movie kind of sucked, really, because the fact of the matter is that was really a charming and heartwarming thing to see. The fact that him and his brother had this really special relationship. And the fact that you went away from that kind of does hurt a little bit. But it's all good. Again, I give it a 9 out of 10. If you haven't seen Transformers Rise of the Beast, please go watch it. It is worth your money. It is worth your time. Okay, it is nothing too long. It is short, simple, and sweet. And it's everything that you would want in a Transformers movie, okay? If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.